7. Here's the idea. So we are now going to use unit multipliers to convert rates. Now what's weird about rates? So we're going to convert 42 inches per second to miles per hour. If you haven't gotten unit conversions yet, like under your belt, like understood, like you've got this, you guys got to have it, okay? So make sure you take time to really understand this. Take time, if you need to, in student hours and just say, I still don't get unit conversions. Ask lots of questions. It's really important because they're not going away. So these are free points. Once you get it, until you get it, it's free negative points. You're freely just throwing away points, okay? So how do we do unit conversions? You always have the top of the fraction and the bottom. So in this case, we're going to have 42 inches per 1 second. Okay, now how do I get inches to miles? Don't even worry about the seconds to hours yet. How do we convert inches to miles? Well, I want to get rid of inches, so inches goes on the bottom because they need to be able to cancel, right? So I can only cancel if I have inches on top and inches on the bottom. How do I get from inches to miles? I have to go through feet, right? I know inches to feet and I know feet to miles, so that gets me inches to miles. So I'm going to go through feet. Now, is it 1 foot per 1 inch?
No.
No. Is it 12 feet per 1 inch?
No.
No, it's 12
Inches.
inches per 1 foot.
Yes.
Okay, don't make things up. You got this, okay? 12 inches in a foot. You know that. So the inches cancel. Now I have feet per second. Is that where I wanted to end up? No. So I must keep going. I don't want feet. It shows up nowhere in my answer, so I'm going to get rid of feet. And I want what?
Miles.
Miles. So feet cancel. Is it 1 mile per foot?
No.
No. Is it 5,290 miles per foot?
No.
No. Is it 5,290 miles or feet per mile?
Yes.
No. 5,280 per 1 mile. Make sure you remember those numbers, okay? You need them. Okay, so now I'm in miles per second. Do I want miles per second?
Yeah.
No, I want miles per hour, so I have to keep going. So, now this is where it gets funky, because usually the things that we wanted to get rid of were on the bottom. But now, since seconds is on the bottom, if I want to cancel it, it's going to have to cancel on top. Because in order to cancel something, it has to be on the other side of the fraction bar. So, how do I get from seconds to hours? If you're a big brain, you can do seconds to hours. If you're a little brain, like me, I like the small things in life. I like the small steps, right? We'll get there eventually. Let's do seconds to minutes and then minutes to hours, okay? This is the minimum amount of work required for this problem. So if you just write an answer, you're not doing the minimum amount of work. You have to show your canceling. You have to show how these work together. If you're not, you get no points, okay? That's it. Again, this goes back to you presenting your work well. So you're saying, here's my work, and I have compassion on you, person who's receiving my work, to say, you'll be able to understand this, you'll be able to read it, you'll be able to see my canceling here. Very important. Okay, 60 seconds, 1 minute. What cancels? Seconds cancel, because seconds are on the top and bottom. Yes?
So would you like us to use separate colors for the canceling and stuff?
No, that's fine. You can do the same. It really helps if you use different colors, because then you can see what you did. But either way. I always like the 2-color test, where maybe like you do the test in black, but then you have blue as your second color, because then it like pops and you can kind of see it. Just my input. If you use pencil, you can't do it. All you pencil people out there, same. What if you use colored pencils? No, you're not in kindergarten. You're not using color. Can we use crayons?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Now I have minutes. I want to get rid of minutes. Minutes is on the bottom, so I need it on the top to cancel. There we go. Okay. 60 minutes, 1 hour. Could I have gone from seconds to hours? Yeah, it's 3,600. But I'm showing my work. I like doing that. So minutes will now cancel, and I'm left with miles per hour. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to combine all of this now for my final answer. It's 42 times 60 times 60. So I could do 60 squared. That's fine, because it's 60 times 60. Divided by 12 times 5,280. Now, if you do this whole problem and you leave your answer here, it's absolutely wrong. The whole point of the problem is to do unit conversions. If you don't give units in your answer, you lose. They gave them to you in the problem. Miles per hour. And that's your answer. Okay, so you're constantly trying to cancel. You're constantly trying to show that neat, nice, well-presented work. Okay, questions?
You know how we fold our sheet? What if it goes over?
It shouldn't.
Take up two
Write
spaces.
neatly.
If you take up two spaces.
Write neatly. You'll be fine.
Just draw.
Or you could do these
Cut the
steps,
problem in half.
write the answer, and then continue on. That's fine.
Cut it in half.
Okay? You'll make it work. It's all about being neat. Neato, dude. Don't look at him.
Yeah, Joseph, why did you do that? That's messed up.
Okay. Ty has no one to look at. If you guys all look to the person to your left, poor Ty, Jeremiah, and Jose. Jose's like staring at the birds out there. He's like, bird, show me work. Okay, now, if that was the whole lesson, that would be horrible. But we have more. So, we're going to recap this from our previous lesson. Okay, how do we do these again? A square root gets replaced with what?
A 1/2 power.
1/2 power. So you leave everything and change this to a 1/2. So I'm going to leave the 27. I'm going to leave this. This is part of showing your work. Now, what is a 1/3? I gave it away. A cubed root is replaced with
1/3.
1/3. So you leave everything.
Oh, I did those wrong.
And do that. Now, remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, so you're going to work inside first. Can I multiply these?
No.
This is the change. Here, this does not have the same base as this does. So you have to rewrite 27, so it's 3 to a power before you can move on. How do I write 3 to a power to make 27? Is it 3 to the first power? Second? 3 squared is 9, so that's on it. God bless you. 3 cubed is
27.
27. So now that I'm multiplying them and they have the same base, I add the powers. So 3 plus 1/2 is 7 halves. Now, this is different because I have this thing inside parentheses, so now I multiply. So if you have both bases multiplied together, you add the powers. If you have something in parentheses, you multiply the powers. So this will be 3 to the 7/6. What's up?
And we have to convert the 27 into 3 to 6.
Yeah,
We can't just.
because you're doing parentheses first. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's not excuse please my dear Aunt Sally. So you do parentheses first. You do parentheses first. So this is the correct way to do this problem. Now, will your way work for this specific problem? Sure. Will it work in the future? No, it's going to set you up for failure. So, I'm telling you to do this way because this will always work as opposed to the way you're proposing, which most of the time works. And that's it. So, please begin your homework.